welcome to the Andrea and Simon Show, everyone. Hi! Andrea's going to tell us today about the Bristol Bears Community Foundation documentary that she's going to make. Okay, Andrea, off you go.
For my portrait documentary, I'm going to be interviewing Chris Tavender, who is from the Bristol Bears Community Foundation. And what their job is to support young people with SEN, so that is special educational needs, and that is people that have autism and ADHD and other learning disabilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Chris what he does on a day-to-day basis, how he supports young people with SEN and other disabilities, and I will also ask him what does a typical coach for the Community Foundation normally do. And Chris is an ambassador for young people with special educational needs, and I would also ask about what the work he has done in the past to prevent showing inclusiveness into rugby.
Yeah, okay.
My documentary is aimed at people who have an interest in sports, and maybe people that are interested in learning about disabilities and education, etc. I would intend to show this documentary onto a sports channel, maybe even YouTube, places that are easy to access so everyone can watch it. And
would it just be people who enjoy sport?
People like teachers as well, and
community people. Yeah, so it's got a very strong community. Obviously it's got a sporting background, but a lot of it's about community.
Yes.
So the main focus is about his work with children with special educational needs. And on that point, what exactly does he do with them? Have you done that research already?
Yes, so what he does is there's a team of people in the community coach, and they just go into schools, normally special schools, and they get rugby balls and they make kids play and socialise in rugby matches.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's great. Okay, right. Okay, carry on.
The needs. So I chose Chris Tavender for this interview is because I've worked with him in the past.
Yeah.
So I used to attend to a special school and he really supported me. I've found that he was really supportive of other young people with disabilities, so he knows quite a lot of Makaton, so he can sign. From this documentary, I hope to gain inclusiveness in sports. So I want people to be inclusive in rugby, and I also want people to be inclusive with people that have disabilities as well, learn about disabilities and how to be patient and how to support. And maybe people might come away from this and actually decide they want to work with people with disabilities, or they want to learn sign language or Makaton, and Makaton is just another form of way of someone who's non-verbal, who can't speak, and that was what I wanted to gain from this.
Okay, that's really, really good. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. And obviously there's a sport element to it as well, so maybe sport can help people with special educational needs as well. You're pushing that as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So my target audience is rated towards people in Group B.
Yep.
So this includes people such as teachers and people in middle class settings as well. I also think the age towards these people are 16 to 19-year-olds, and maybe a little bit higher than that as well. So teachers, some teachers are aged between 20 to 40. So I think it's a big
it's quite a big range. But so there's no doubt teachers, but also parents.
Yeah. And as Chris works with young people, I think it would really get the young people to watch and maybe inspire to play rugby, even if they don't have a disability themselves.
Yeah.
So this is my mood board. As you can see, it's got a blue tone, so it's all completely blue. And this is the Bristol Bears logo for the rugby team.
Yeah.
And this is a shot of the dolly, so I really want to get some shots of Chris maybe walking and getting those kind of stuff. This is actually a picture of Chris supporting another person in the community, so he's giving him a rugby ball, and that's kind of a sensory activity, because they don't just do rugby, they do sensory, and they do dance and etc. Then this is the Bristol Clifton Suspension Bridge. This
Yep.
shows that they are based in Bristol.
Yep.
And this is Ashton Gate Stadium. So they are mostly based at Ashton Gate Stadium. Bristol Bears play at Ashton Gate Stadium, and that is their like home, if that makes sense.
And this will be, obviously, the stadium and the surroundings of the stadium will be your main background, your main site.
Yeah.
Your
And
main location.
I've got this view of the pitch as well.
Yeah.
Because what I was hoping to do is get a drone and shoot it, so Chris could say, "Oh, hi, my name is Chris," in the middle of the pitch, and then shoot the drone and get this bird's eye view of the
Fantastic.
pitch.
Yeah.
Right. So my production budget I'm asking for is £894.
Let's see if I got it. Yeah.
So this is including camera hire, the drone, the tripods,
Yeah.
the microphone, the interviewee, the location hire, the videographer, and an editor.
Okay. And that's all combined. Right. Yeah.
So this is
And there's your
again the
breakdown.
budget
Yeah.
of the breakdown and the websites we'd be using, and that.
Okay. That's very good. Yeah.
So this is my production schedule. So I am planned so far to film on the 4th of March at Ashton Gate Stadium with Chris, and we'll be using camera and lighting and tripods, and this will be at 1:30.
That's your interview.
Yeah.
Whereabouts will the interview actually be filmed?
Whereabouts?
Will it be on the rugby field or?
It'll be all around Ashton Gate Stadium, so it'll be up in the stalls, it'll be on pitch, it
Okay.
will be. Boomsat Cinema have their own classroom as well,
Yeah.
so it'll be in the Boomsat
So are
Cinema.
you gonna repeat your interview in each location and then
Yeah,
cut them in?
yeah,
Very
yeah,
sensible.
yeah.
And also, maybe when he's warming up or kicking a ball around, you can ask him some questions. Then that's always good
Yeah.
to cut some stuff in. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's the production schedule for should be happening.
Yeah,
We've
okay, let's
also
have a
got
look.
backup dates as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got contingency on those dates. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, and then you've got your. This is all editing and post production.
Yeah.
Got it. Logging, post production. Yeah, got it. Okay.
So for my legal and ethical, I've obviously got some copyright issues.
Yeah.
So what I'm planning to do when I'm editing is for music, I am going to make my own song on GarageBand.
Fantastic.
Because I've used GarageBand for like over 10 years. I'm
Right.
amazing at GarageBand.
Good.
And the thing also at filming at Ashton Gate Stadium is it belongs to the Robins, is one of the Bristol Robins, who are a football team at Ashton Gate Stadium.
Yeah.
And as there is a match on the day that we're filming as well, there's going to be quite a lot of Robins logos around the stadium. So I've just got to be careful in my shots that when I do these kind of shots, I have to try and get rid of as much of the Robins Foundation.
Why would Robin? Oh, I see, because you're not promoting. You're promoting
Yeah,
the other foundation.
promoting Bristol Bears and
Bristol
the
Bears,
Robins that belong, where the logo belongs to the Robins.
Yeah, I mean, if you catch one way in the background, but as
Yeah,
long,
I
as, long
think
as the
that's
Bears
fine.
are prominent, and the Bears is not, I wouldn't say that's copyright, is it? I suppose the image is copyrighted to some
So
extent, but
I've
it's brand.
also
it's a charity brand.
asked the Bristol Bears people about the logo of their logo,
Yeah.
and I've asked them permission, and that's completely
Yeah.
fine. Also, as I am filming at Ashton Gate Stadium, I've also got to ask permission from Ashton themselves if I can go in and film around their pitch and their
yeah.
stalls. And again, they said, yeah, that was completely fine. The one problem I did have was my drone. So I do have my own drone, I do have a drone license, I know everything about drones, I've got apps to tell me where I can't fly. But the one thing is, when I asked Ashton Gate if I can film a drone at their stadium, they said no. They said it isn't allowed.
That's interesting. Okay.
So what our backup plan is now is I'm going to stand outside the stadium and shoot the drone up and just get a nice angle of the drone and get
Yeah,
the Clifton Suspension Bridge in the background.
Right. Okay.
And that is it. That is what we're planning to do.
Okay. Any other ethical issues you might come across if you're filming special educational needs? Are you going to include any other people in it?
Yes, so we were planning to do that, but then that got quite difficult. So I really wanted to get some shots of some of the young people playing rugby, try and get some drone shots of them maybe waving at the camera and in the end that just wasn't allowed. It got a bit complicated.
Yeah, because of permissions, basically.
Yeah. And to do with their schedule and timetable, it just wasn't accepted.
Right.
And yeah, drone laws, as I said, you can't fly over anybody's head. You can't fly 50 meters towards anyone.
Right. So, do you have any B-roll photographs of your subject with children?
Yes, so
Okay.
I'm now so this archive footage is going to be sent to me of provided from other special schools.
And it's cleared, obviously.
And and you know, the videos of the children have parental
parental.
Yeah, it's all completely
Parental permission.
yes.
Yeah, they've all been signed off. Good. Okay, that's good that you've covered that. Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah. And I think that's actually it. Actually.
Okay, that's really, really good. I've asked you lots of questions on the way down. What is your contingency?